All right. We're going to go to our last segment of the show right now. And we always say this for the last because it's always one of the more fun things that we do. We are going to play a little game. It's called Who Would You Rather? And we brought back a couple of the guys that were on the show earlier. Of course, we got Lance with us. And Lance and I are going to go head-to-head today because Michael Schuessler has actually created this game for us. It's called Who Would You Rather? And Michael, I'll let you explain the game to the folks. And then Lance and I will go head-to-head. And by the way, as a twist in the game, Lance and I have to answer the questions. Michael will decide who wins, and the people in the chat room can help us. Michael, I was trying to understand it. Please explain it to me one more time.
All right. Rules are simple. I'm going to present John and Lance with who would you rather questions. Okay? There'll be simple questions. It's pretty much one or the other, and then they will have to defend their answer as to why. And then I, being the benevolent God that I am, will reward them with a point if I agree with their reasoning for answering the question. And everyone who's watching can also type in their comments as why they agree or why they disagree, and could perhaps help sway my opinion on who gets the points.
Okay. So, for example, it'll be like, who would you rather spend the night with, Batgirl or Wonder Woman?
Exactly. And then John would say Wonder Woman because she's from the Amazon and he likes
no. Long legs, great to talk to. She's been around for a long time. Very deep conversation. I feel like she's flexible also. So
Batgirl, so secretive. So that's nice.
Oh, see, we would definitely be on the other side there.
Who would I probably have to give the point to Lance because it's all about those secret flings there, and I see where he's going there.
All right, so I see how you get points in this game. You just act like you're creepy. Fine.
Oh, then John, you should have gotten all the points. I'm sorry.
No, I was very nice about what I was doing. Just start the game.
Before I start the game, though, I just did want to bring something up. You were talking about Devontae Adams. I think that was a mailbag question. This was something that I wrote down that I forgot to bring up when I was talking about him, just because it's so interesting. Devontae Adams by himself, after missing 2 weeks, has more touchdowns than 5 entire teams this year. More receiving touchdowns. So he's
best receiver in football right now.
100%.
Yeah, bar none. Yeah.
All right, let's start the game. So who would you rather? Now, this question is to both of you. John, you can start. And then you'll have 30 seconds to give your answer and explanation. Then we'll go to you, Lance. Everyone watching at home, you can start typing in as soon as you feel like you're ready.
I'm ready.
Who would you rather lead your team in the playoffs this year? Big Ben Roethlisberger or Ryan Tannehill?
Oh, that's a messed up question. Listen, if I had to pick somebody right now, I would say that I would rather have Ben Roethlisberger, and it's not because I'm a Steeler fan. It's because Ben has the most experience. So, and to me, the playoffs is all about experience. People asked me a few weeks ago if I thought the Bills had a chance in the Super Bowl. I said no, simply because I don't think the Bills have been far enough into the playoffs to actually have the experience to actually make it to the Super Bowl and make a difference. So to me, I'll always go with experience, especially when it comes to quarterback. So if I had to choose between Tannehill and Ben Roethlisberger, I would choose Big Ben going into the playoffs.
Fair enough. Now, Lance, same question to you. You don't have to choose the other answer. If you want to choose Big Ben as well, you would just explain why. So who would you rather have lead your team in the playoffs, Lance? Big Ben or Ryan Tannehill?
So I have to go with John Todora being a homer for this question. And I have to go with Big Ben Roethlisberger. Experience pays a lot when it comes to the playoffs. Because sometimes there are just missed plays or there's just botched plays that Big Ben can extend and gain for big yardage. That has been his trait for over 17, 18 years now. And that pays a lot when it comes to the playoffs because it's part strategy and part luck when you come to those postseason games. So I would rather have Big Ben Roethlisberger, despite the steadiness of Ryan Tannehill throughout the season. I'd rather have Big Ben under center for my squad.
I feel like you stole my answer.
He did a little bit, and I really don't want to reward either of you because you're both wrong. But John, the experience for Big Ben, I'll give you the point. 1 point for John.
It can't be who's right and who's wrong. It's about who explained the answer better,
and that's why I'm giving you the point.
So I got a point. Yes,
my game. So I decide who gets the points here. All right,
crowd's going crazy.
Lance, you get to answer this question first now, okay?
Okay.
Who would you rather see in the AFC Championship matchup? Would you rather watch the Baltimore Ravens against the Kansas City Chiefs or the Buffalo Bills versus the Pittsburgh Steelers? And why?
I would rather have Baltimore against Kansas City because that would be an ultimate litmus test for the Kansas City Chiefs, especially with what happened against the Atlanta Falcons. They almost lost the game. In fact, they did lose that game if not for that luck towards the end of that match. They could have been, 13-2 coming into week 17. And I guess the Ravens rather, would be a great matchup for them. And it would test their defensive capabilities, especially in stopping the run, given that they have a J.K. Dobbins for the Ravens. So I guess that would be a better matchup for me.
John?
Yeah, Michael, listen, I feel like you put me in a bad situation here, like a really bad situation, because you asked me if I would rather watch the Baltimore Ravens versus the Kansas City Chiefs, which I think would be a good game, or would I rather watch the Buffalo Bills against my Pittsburgh Steelers? And I just told you earlier that I haven't missed a Steeler game in 10 years. So which game would I rather watch? I'd rather watch the Steelers versus the Bills. And why? Because my heart tells me so. Because it's true that I love the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I love all football. And it would pain me more than anything to not be able to watch that Kansas City-Baltimore game because that would be an amazing game. But if I had to choose one, I would say it's the Steelers.
That is touching, John. But that is
emotional.
That is incorrect. I will have to go with Lance for that because that AFC Championship is what we should have had last year. And it's really what we deserve as NFL fans. It's pretty much probably the best two teams in the AFC. I mean, obviously, people are going to say that I'm just saying that as a homer, but when the Ravens are firing on all cylinders, they are miles better than the Bills and the Steelers. I'd love to see the Chiefs and the Ravens. Point for Lance.
All right, well, listen, just real quick, I know it's your game. I don't want to interrupt you, and I realize that you're being incredibly unfair and biased. But let me just throw this out there really quick.
Yeah.
The Chiefs have played the Ravens twice, and twice the Chiefs have stomped a freaking mud hole in the Ravens. It has not been a good game. So would I want to watch that train wreck 3 times? I changed my mind. No, I wouldn't want to watch it. It wouldn't hurt my feelings. I'd be fine with it. Steelers, Bills.
Still no point.
But I guess you're talking about the different Ravens team that was weeks ago and had to go through COVID restrictions. So they're now a totally different team by the way. By the
COVID made them better? COVID made them better. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Next question.
All right, next question. Who would you rather have start at quarterback for your team in the playoffs? Tua Tagovailoa or Ryan Fitzpatrick?
Oh. Am I first?
Yes, John, you're first this time.
Good. I'd love to be first on this. I just ripped my headphones out. I got so excited. Listen, here's the thing. I think what the Miami Dolphins are doing right now is absolutely perfect. I don't think it could be any better. A lot of people complained, I can't believe you pulled Tua out. I can't believe you put Fitzpatrick in. Listen, I think that's the perfect strategy. I think you start Tua. I think you start with Tua. He's conservative. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. It's a game plan that kind of throws people off. It's got that short passing game. He doesn't throw further than 15 yards. If he does, it's some type of scheme to get a guy wide open. You start with Tua and you bring in Fitzpatrick off the bench. Give me the righty. Give me the beard. Bring the beard in. You bring him in out of the bullpen. He finishes up games for you when you need to. You don't know what's going to happen. It's hard to game plan when you can't game plan for Fitzpatrick because he'll come out there and just start slinging it everywhere. I start to.
Lance?
I guess you would look at Ryan Fitzpatrick as a pinch hitter, more like a pinch hitter in baseball. So I'd rather start Tua. Starting Tua would be better for his development moving forward. Even though he would suck at times and even though he would stall the ball because he doesn't throw it deep, I guess it would definitely help his development moving forward. He will gain more confidence.
I got the points, right? Those are my points.
Lance, are you finished with your answer there? What was your answer? Go, come on.
Listen,
John, I will give you a minus point if you interrupt Lance one more time. Lance, come on.
I would have to go with Tua, by the way. So development-wise, it would be better for him to start these games. And then if he sucks by the end of the third quarter or the start of the fourth quarter, then you bring in your pinch hitter in Ryan Fitzpatrick to try and pull out the game for the Miami Dolphins. So
You let him do this twice. He repeated my answer back twice.
True. I got to give that point to John because Lance, you said you just said the same thing that John did. And I understand that maybe that's how you feel, but neither of you brought up though, and I'm disappointed in both of you. Because Ryan Fitzpatrick has never played in a playoff game. In fact, the biggest game that Fitzpatrick has ever won was in 2004 when he won the Ivy League championship for Harvard. Okay.
Boom. Smart guy.
He's a smart guy. Highest Wonderlic score the NFL has ever had, but he's not a winner in the playoffs. In fact, he's not a present quarterback in the playoffs. I'd probably have to go with Tua as well. That point can go to John.
Thank you.
It has to be a word.
I'm up 2-1, right?
Yep, you're up 2-1.
How many questions are there?
There's 2 left.
Okay, I just got to win one more and that's over.
That's right.
Okay, so make sure my math is right. Bring it.
Okay.
Titus.
Okay. Actually, I have a couple more, but we can only just do 2 more. Who would you rather tackle? Lamar Jackson or Alvin Kamara? Who would you rather try to tackle? Lance, you go first.
Is it try or tackle?
It would be
try to tackle
for both of you.
I would rather try to tackle Alvin Kamara over Lamar Jackson because I guess Lamar Jackson has the capability of making you do the Lord's Prayer, which is just clap your hands because you missed him on thin air. Alvin Kamara is more of a north-south runner, and it would be easier to game against him when it comes to tackling. It would be tough because he is a physical specimen, but in terms of his mechanism, his mechanics, and his game, I guess I would rather have to tackle Alvin Kamara.
John.
So I just want to say really quick, I see what you're doing. I know what you've done now. You have literally stacked this game against me so I lose, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to lose. Listen, I would so much rather tackle Alvin Kamara, and there's a reason for that, okay? Now, emotionally, I'd love to hit the quarterback because nothing feels better than cracking a quarterback. But something about Lamar Jackson, the style that he runs, the fact that he starts in the pocket and you don't know what he's going to do, you don't even know he's a runner until he's a runner, makes him so much harder to tackle, in my opinion, because you don't know if you are tackling him or if you are waiting to see if he's going to cross the line. It's just there's that moment of indecision anytime Lamar touches the ball. Alvin Kamara gets the ball. He's a north and south runner. He might take a cut, might take 2 cuts, but you know he's a runner the second he gets the ball. There's no mystery. There's also no flags. I can crush Alvin Kamara. As long as it's not head-to-head, there's no problem at all. I've watched Lamar Jackson be pushed out of bounds like that, and there will be a roughing the passer call. So if you're asking me who I'd rather hit Lamar Jackson. But who would I rather try to tackle? Well, I'd rather try to tackle Alvin Kamara. Seems like a lot less problems.
Fair point. Although, John, you did echo a lot of the same things that Lance said. I'm going to have to give that point to Lance.
No, I said nothing he said.
Yeah, you said north to south runner. And
north to south.
I said one thing he said, north and south.
And you said how elusive he is. Now look at these comments. Kamara runs the same way, all right, but also bounces off 300-pound dudes coming at him full speed. Yes. I mean, he doesn't really run the same way, Wyatt. No one runs like Lamar Jackson. He's a gazelle. But let's look at these other comments, though, because we're still tied here. But look, Tannehill's first 24 games or his previous 24 games mirror Mahomes' first 24, and he gets no love. That's 100% true. You guys were both wrong on that one. Point is, it's 2-2, okay? It's tied up. Stop echoing each other's questions. Give me some original thoughts here before you get minus.
I was completely original. All I said was north and south.
Apparently, that's what the jury heard, and that's why you were punished for it.
That's right. Next question. It doesn't have to be the last because I have more, but if you want to settle it here, who would you rather listen to? Kyrie Irving talk about sage and cosmic energy, or me talk about my love for Lamar Jackson? Who would you rather listen to?
Who's first?
John, you're first on this one.
As much as I truly enjoy you talking about your love of Lamar Jackson, I would rather listen to Kyrie Irving talk about sage and things like that, because the entire time I listen to that guy talk, I think to myself, what is wrong with you? Like, how did you get so far in life? Like, who is around you? Like, you've obviously surrounded yourself with people that are just saying, yeah, great idea, Kyrie. because that guy's missing a few pieces. He thinks the world is flat. He's walking around burning sage in an empty building. Like there's some things going on there that aren't right. So given an opportunity to listen to someone who's somewhat sane, and that would be you, listen to someone who's completely out of his mind, I'll pick the crazy person all the time because it's far more interesting to me.
Good answer. Lance?
As much as I like you, Michael, I would have to choose Kyrie Irving. But the first question that I would have to ask is, where is the real Kyrie Irving? I guess the real Kyrie Irving has been abducted by aliens for years. And the Kyrie Irving that we've seen now is a mere version of the original Kyrie Irving because they have lost a lot of screws in his head. And that's why he's not the same Kyrie Irving anymore. I wonder why Kyrie Irving doesn't have a podcast yet like us, because that's alternative comedy. Kyrie Irving talking about everything he believes in will get a lot of laughs from a lot of people, though it's not the laughs that you would like to have. But who wouldn't want to listen to someone who is so confident with what he's saying, even though he's wrong?
Who are you talking about, me, Lance?
No, I'm
Just
talking
kidding.
about Kyrie.
I know.
I guess there's a fine line between you and Kyrie then.
Well, I appreciate that. I got to give this point to John. He's going to win at 3-2. I'm sorry, Lance.
Time after time.
Thank you very much.
Used
I'd like to
everything.
thank my mom. Thank you, Mom, for making me just so smart and clever. I'd like to thank my dad for giving me these beautiful eyes. More importantly, I'd like to thank Michael for running such a fair game, which let me be the winner. Thank you very much to both of you guys. Michael Schusler and Lance Fernandez, rocking the show again. Thank you guys so much for being a part of the show today. Good game today, man. My name is John Tedora. This is the What's on Sports broadcast. Some of the coolest cats in all of media joining us. We're the team from What's on Sports. It's whatsonsports.com. And say goodbye, guys.
Toodaloo.
You can listen to us right here live Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Facebook and YouTube, we come live. We're also on your favorite podcast platforms. Download us. Carry us around with you. It'll be fun. 1 year of Duke education. What the hell is that?
You don't know who went to Duke?
No, who went to Duke?
Kyrie. Kyrie went to Duke. He got that.
Oh,
Duke
yeah, that's right. I forgot he even went there.
1 year.
All right, we're out of here.
Yeah.